was basically, I seen the same things. The celebrities basically need help. They want to get out of this situation. The people that began this project were the elite. They used the Nazi technology. They used the science behind it to gather people basically that they thought they could provide themselves with a little bit of amusement with. I hate to say it like that, but they found talented individuals, these celebrities, these artists, models, whatever, and they give them this deal with all the power that you can imagine. And when, the deal is that their DNA goes into the archive and their bodies get used in a variety of ways. It's true. The celebrities can't speak out for themselves. The kids that were down there to get basically re-educated, that's what it is. If you want to learn about those conspiracy theories talking about re-education, well, that's the worst they could do to you, is tie you up and hit you with electromagnetic devices that alter your brain function until you don't remember who you are anymore. They all get the treatment. Everybody gets the treatment. They can't speak out. They can't do anything about it. They also have lives, and I have a life, but they have $1 million lives and fans and this, that, and the other, reputations and careers, and so they don't want to sacrifice it all, knowing they might just get swept under the rug like anybody else. And there are others that spoke out before. They speak out through their symbols and their music. That's what you have to look for. It's all over the media, and anyone involved is going to be hinting at it somehow. That's what all these symbols and hints are about. To go even deeper, since they have this consciousness technology, they're making an archive basically, and they're basically drawing up everybody's neural information into the archive so that they can basically create a mirror image of reality and use that almost like a Noah's Ark in a way to achieve immortality. Basically trade out and form three-dimensional, perfect 4D informational copies of whatever body they need, whatever person, and inhabit these bodies kind of like gods. It sounds crazy, almost biblical, but it's what they're doing. And all the different changes in the media and the celebrities and this, that, and the other is related to it. The cloning is coming out. They've been doing it for so long now that companies are getting involved with supplying the goods and just handling it all, managing it. It's kind of mind-blowing to think about it, but basically that's what they're doing. Our timeline problems are reality problems with economy, truth about what's going on in the atmosphere, and then turning the whole sky into a big internet grid, Ethernet, and then basically trying to recreate the astral realm for themselves in technological form. It kind of threw off our timeline. It threw off the possibilities of what everybody would do to achieve and know themselves. So what's ultimately happening is that an artificial timeline has been created through these effects, because they can see time in the future, and they're literally guiding us as a species into either complete mechanism, automation, but machination or whatever, or we're gonna basically become impervious to these techniques, and that's like the last hope we have. If we realize our soul energy, it can't be altered. Basically, altering DNA doesn't alter the soul energy. They can't actually alter the soul. It's from another dimension or another universe, however you want to look at it. Honestly, it's from the sun. The sun is a big, it's the source of all things, so if we were to go to it and merge with it, we would merge with the beginning and the end of time all together at once. But if we can't really hold together in spiritual form and energetic form, it would be like a big recycler, and we'd either get spit out or split up completely and take time to come back together or something. We wouldn't end up on the other side, basically. Probably get sprayed back down upon the earth and grow and live again. The moon is, in a way, a recycler. It will attract and absorb the memories and negative experiences and essentially wipe them and recycle the energy. They've been using these systems to control humanity since the beginning of time. At this point, they can use the sun as a portal to travel to other areas of space and time. They literally wait for the sun to rotate around to the point where the planet or whatever it is, and it's in the right alignment or frequencies, and they shoot into the sun using these gravitic drive or propulsion or whatever crafts, and depending on the angle and the speed and the time, they go into a different point in time and space. All of them go there. Inside the crafts, it's like a little town, it's a little village. The craft itself could be 30, 40 feet, across. You can bend space, so it could be a friggin' high-rise building in there. It's really, really weird, but that's the technology that's released around now. Look at the ancient Egyptian symbolism, all the Egyptian gods Ra, Amun-Ra, Hotep, Isis, Osiris, Horus. They're all from the ancient religious principles, the Egyptian principles, which actually reflect into all our modern religions and ancient orders of gnosis and knowledge. And the ancient orders, they were hunted by the original religious authority, basically Catholic authority. These were just people studying gnosis and ancient knowledge, basically the truth about cymatics and energy and consciousness, truth about consciousness being the source, and us being generators for them, and not some other basically in-between system. And so they were forced to go underground into secrecy even further than that. That created this secrecy and order. If people aren't going to tell them that they want to stand up or they want to live, then they're going to take that advantage and make it happen. They're going to bring about whatever reality gives them the most power, and that's going to be the timeline that people end up almost evolving into. It's going to be unfathomable, because right now the technology that's capable is unfathomable. I just want to say that because it's really a cry for help. I talked to plenty of celebrities. I'm a little. It's just hard to say this, so bear with me. But it's a cry for help, and they can't talk out on their own. That's just what it is. I'm beyond it. I told you I had a death experience. They put me in the death machine. I went to death and came back, so I'm beyond whatever is going to happen. I'm beyond whatever anybody says. It doesn't matter. All that's my fear. And it killed me. I was reborn. But, so that's why I'm not, jumping around screaming that they got these people essentially in a type of technological hostage situation. But in the end, when your spirit becomes stronger than it, they can't actually do anything to hurt you. I know that sounds funny, but it's true. They can't. They know they can't. That's how it works. That's why they're being allowed to do that, because they're inching along so that people have to allow it. But just remember that it's very high technology.